Little out of sorts. We're talking about. Amazing. Oh, that's very nice. Hello, would you please read the Open Public Meetings Act?
Adequate notice of this meeting has been provided by forwarding a copy to the Courier News, Star Ledger, and posting on the Township website at least 48 hours prior to the meeting, all in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act. This meeting will not substantially go past 9:30 p.m.
Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Mr. Kudo.
Here.
Mr. Foster.
Here.
Mrs. Illis. Here. Mr. Machado.
Here.
Mr. Moran.
Present.
Mrs. Pogue.
Here.
Mayor Devaney.
I'm here. We all please rise for the flag salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty for all. All right, we do have a matter for executive session, which I do not anticipate that will take long, so if the public would just bear with us. And then who's reading the Andrew?
Whereas the provisions of the Open Public Meetings Act, NJSA 10:4-1 expressly provide that the public body may move into executive session and exclude the public from that portion of the meeting, at which the public body discusses any of the 9 areas set forth in NJSA 10:4-12B and whereas the Township Council of the Township Berkeley Heights has determined it necessary to move into executive session to discuss the following subjects, all of which are included in the aforementioned exceptions: litigation, settlement. Now therefore be resolved that Township Council, Township Berkeley Heights, that does hereby move into executive session pursuant to NJSA 10:4-12B to discuss the aforementioned matters. It is further resolved that the aforementioned discussion shall be made public either at the public meeting following the said executive session or at such time as any litigated or personal matters are concluded or upon conclusion of any negotiations or related discussions or as otherwise specified. And it further resolved that the resolution shall take effect pursuant to law.
Second? Second. Any discussion? Roll call, Madam Clerk?
Mr. Kudo.
Yes.
Mr. Foster.
Abstain.
Mrs. Illis. Yes. Mr. Machado.
Yes.
Mr. Moran.
Yes.
Mrs. Pogue.
Yes. Okay, we'll adjourn into
I move to open the public hearing on the ordinances being considered for final adoption. Can I get a second?
Can I have a second?
John?
I'll second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Kudo,
Yes.
Mr. Foster.
Yes.
Mrs. Illis. Yes. Mr. Machado.
Yes.
Mr. Moran.
Yes.
Mrs. Pogue.
Yes.
Okay, comments on ordinances up for final adoption are welcome during the public hearing. There will be one public hearing for all of the ordinances listed. Before making a comment, all speakers must identify their name and address for the record. Each speaker shall be limited to 3 minutes and the council president will keep time. So that is just ordinance 29, 30, 31. Those 3 items. Go ahead.
Hi, Larry Cohen. I live in Fanwood.
Hi, Larry.
Hi. I don't think I showed you this last time I was here, but just to reiterate the wisdom in what you're doing, but I hope you end up doing tonight. At the end of September, it became public that the Attorney General's office had fined 8 New Jersey pet stores for violating the Pet Purchase Protection Act. That's in addition to 6 others that had been fined since 2022, making a total of 14. There are 2 others that are currently under investigation. That makes 16. That's just about all of them.
Oh, my goodness.
So my point is, this is an industry that doesn't really care about following the law. And I think you're very, very wise to take the step, which I hope you do, to not allow stores like that in your town. And I thank you very much for considering this.
Thank you for your leadership on this. And Bill, thank you for working on this with Larry and getting this on the agenda.
Thank you, Larry.
Anyone else on the ordinances only?
Seeing no one, I move to close the public hearing on the ordinances being considered for final adoption.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Kudo,
Yes.
Mr. Foster.
Yes.
Mrs. Illis. Yes. Mr. Machado.
Yes.
Mr. Moran.
Yes.
Mrs. Pogue.
Yes.
All right. Hold on, get to the page.
Want some of my latte?
Uh,
Give me a little zip.
Yeah, I was just reviewing something I got distracted. Sorry about that. Angela, please read ordinance number 2025-29.
Amending the township code for the township of Berkeley Heights to prohibit the sale of dogs, cats, and rabbits by retail pet stores in Berkeley Heights.
I move to adopt the option as read by the clerk.
Second.
Any discussion?
I just want to say, we received correspondence from somebody who requested that we reconsider the language that was used in this, and I did reread the ordinance, and I think it's fine the way it is.
Okay.
The concern was that there are responsible pet stores that don't sell puppy mill pets, and that they come from responsible sources. I think in the future, if somebody wants to open a pet store that sells pets like this in Berkeley Heights, that they can come and talk to us, and then we can change the ordinance, because just because we put it in today doesn't mean that that's the way it will be forever.
Right.
If there's a reason to change it. So I just wanted to acknowledge that we did get, a counter request. And, even with that counter request, I support passing the ordinance as it reads now.
Thank you for highlighting that. Appreciate that. Anybody else? Okay, roll call.
Mr. Kudo,
Yes.
Mr. Foster.
Yes.
Mrs. Illis.
Yes.
Mr. Machado.
Yes.
Mr. Moran.
Yes.
Mrs. Pogue.
Yes.
And if you would please ordinance 2025-30.
Amending the township code for the township of Berkeley Heights to amend chapter 2.28 to rename the certified municipal finance officer and qualified purchasing agent positions.
Move to adopt the ordinance as read by the clerk.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Kudo,
Yes.
Mr. Foster.
Yes.
Mrs. Illis.
Yes.
Mr. Machado.
Yes.
Mr. Moran.
Yes.
Mrs. Pogue.
Yes.
Madam Clerk, can you read ordinance 2025-31?
Amending the township code for the township of Berkeley Heights to update the procedures for processing bills for payment and purchasing.
I move to adopt the ordinance as read by the clerk.
Second that.
Any discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Kudo,
Yes.
Mr. Foster.
Yes.
Mrs. Illis.
Yes.
Mr. Machado.
Yes.
Mr. Moran.
Yes.
Mrs. Pogue.
Yes.
I move to open the citizens hearing.
Second that.
Any discussion? Roll call?
Mr. Kudo?
Yes.
Mr. Foster?
Yes.
Mrs. Illis?
Yes.
Mr. Machado?
Yes.
Mr. Moran?
Yes.
Mrs. Pogue?
Yes.
Comments are welcome during the public comment period during this meeting on any matter over which the township has jurisdiction. To make your comment, the speaker must come forward to the microphone and state his or her name and address for the record. Each speaker is limited to 3 minutes. The mayor council president will keep time. Please promptly yield the floor when time is called and return to your seat. Your cooperation and adherence to these rules of order will ensure an orderly and respectful meeting. And with that, I open the citizens' hearing. Assume.
Yeah.
Good evening, how are you?
Hello again, Leo Flew, Richland Drive, Berkeley Heights. Once again, I'm a bike rider. I am here just as part of a follow-up to a training seminar that was held last Wednesday in the adjacent room over here mainly for the middle school age kids that are riding bikes, e-bikes, and it was a training effort to teach them where to look for information on how to ride safely, and it ended up being a discussion of the pursuit of an ordinance that the township is working on to try to get a little better control of where the e-bikes can ride, where bicycles can ride, and these kinds of things. And I found out through Mr. Google that Florham Park has just had recently passed an ordinance with no e-bikes, bicycles are allowed on sidewalks in the downtown. Okay, so obviously if you're right in front of your house, they don't care. And found out tonight, Summit has also the same style of ordinance. And I gave some information to Councilman Kuto, and that's and I'm available to help. Anybody wants to listen to any of my crazy stories about bike riding, about what may be helpful or maybe unnecessary. If I just want to make myself available. Thanks.
I did actually read Florida Park's ordinance, and I read Summit's ordinance and New Providence's ordinance and many of the other ones that have been passed recently. I'm on the Complete and Green Streets Committee along with Manny. Are you in support of no bikes and e-bikes on sidewalks, or do you think that that's an overreach or unsafe? I'm trying to understand.
It's mine is more of a historical thing. We were never allowed to ride bikes on the sidewalks. And so I just think that's the way it should be. But, where there's got to be a break point. You got to be allowed to be on a sidewalk with a bicycle, certainly. An e-bike or the e-bikes that you don't have to pedal, they don't belong on a sidewalk. That's a motorcycle. So the break point is in the pedal assisted thing going against traffic and not stopping at the intersection. So we don't want to get somebody killed before we and the ordinance isn't going to stop anything. It's getting the people riding the bikes to behave. The last time I was here, I talked about putting up a 25-mile-an-hour speed limit sign. Not going to do anything until you park the police car with the radar hanging out the window. Then they'll slow down, or then we will slow down. Okay.
The educational programs are starting, and I know there's a lot of push to get into the school systems early, and the police are very active in giving the rewards for good behavior. And it's something that continually has to be reviewed and updated as we go along. As a cyclist also, and I'm wearing my bicycle tie today. As a cyclist, I agree with you. There's certain things that you really have to do for public safety as well as knowledge. We have to share the road. That's the important part.
Thank you. I'm a member of the All On Cycling Club. Our president, John Pisco, is here. He's got a few words as well.
John, correct? No, your first name, I'm sorry, Leo.
It's Leo, yes.
Also interesting to note that the Senate President banned e-bikes in Union County parks. And I think this was a week or so ago. And I'm hearing that there's going to be statewide legislation through him, right? Tom, you're hearing the same thing? Through him and the Assembly Speaker. So some of this municipal inconsistency that's going to happen is going to be streamlined through the state. So there's going to be state law prohibiting certain actions that related to e-bikes. So stay tuned to that.
Okay.
And maybe Steve can opine on that later on.
Hasn't been introduced yet, not yesterday. They had.
I think they're still working on it. I don't think it's in committee or out of committee, I should say yet. Come on, sorry.
Hey, speaking of bicycles, my name is John Pisco from Scotch Plains. I'm the president of All On Cycling Club, the largest cycling club in the area. We have thousands of followers on social media. We have about 500 paid members, several of whom live in Berkeley Heights. We're road cyclists. We wear helmets, we follow the rules of the road, and we attempt to safely share the road with cars. I'm here to talk about NJSA Title 39, AKA the New Jersey Safe Passing Law, and how to protect people walking, strolling, riding bikes on the road. There are almost no road signs about these laws. There's one out, it's actually, there's a lawn sign right in front of here, which I really appreciate. These signs are out there. We need to inform the public. There's an urgent need for road signage to support it. This is a law I've asked several police officers throughout Union County about. Most of them have never heard of it. Since 2022, New Jersey has one of the strongest safe passing laws in the nation. Drivers must approach and pass vulnerable road users, that's anyone on foot, bicycle, scooter, or wheelchair, with due caution, changing lanes if possible, and always giving at least 4 feet of space when passing. If 4 feet isn't possible, drivers must slow down and be prepared to stop. That's called being a good driver. Don't pass when it's not safe. Wait until it's safe to pass. While the safe passing law is vital, it only works if drivers know about it when, where, while they're driving. This is where you, our government officials, come in. The state has acknowledged the importance of clear signage and approved standard signs. Here's a copy of the U.S. Department of Transportation's approved sign. Oh, sorry. I printed it out again today. By installing these official road signs throughout our community will significantly increase driver awareness and save lives. These signs serve as constant reinforcement of the law and help promote safer driving habits. Think of anyone you know who survived the crash but been injured, all the near misses, the witnesses, including our kids. These aren't just numbers, they represent lives lost, families shattered, and a sense of danger, even lawlessness on our streets. This is about protecting our residents the smartest, most economical, and effective way, better than pricey paid media or billboards or educational leaflets. We recently had the death of a cyclist in Westfield on North Avenue. Now there's a ghost bike commemorating the site. Let's make sure this doesn't happen again. No more ghost bikes. Thank you.
Just
You
to
know-
piggyback for a second, LBI.
I was gonna say the
Yeah,
same
it's
thing.
very great signage because a lot of people too, they go on vacation, they rent a bike, it might be their first time biking. And the signs are very impactful on both sides of the street. They're very clear. So I do
Several blocks.
every several
But
blocks.
that's in your town on Long Beach Island. On my town on Long Beach Island, there are no signs and the.
Signs?
No, people go.
Long town
right
spec
on
centers.
And some people like riding against you and then other people come up behind you.
Right.
It's free for all. John, can I ask you
We have a
to
good-
send those remarks to my email? I'd like to share it with the Complete and Green Streets Committee.
Sure, that'll be great. And yeah, it's on a town by town basis. Like for instance, Scotch Plains, we're pretty deep into the process, getting some of these signs up. I know the county roads you can't do it on, but the town roads,
We have some people at the
Yeah,
county.
Yeah.
the county roads do. I've ride a motorcycle when I was out in West Jersey, and they're all over the place. Those signs are underneath the speed limit signs everywhere out in West Jersey.
you don't think it's the county doing that?
And yeah, they're county roads.
Yeah.
So it's like Hunter County, Sussex County.
Yeah, I'm asking you for town.
Means that we don't have that authority.
No, not the authority, no, but I'm just saying, they're on, yeah, exactly.
I spoke at Union County about a month ago, maybe 3 weeks ago. They were pretty receptive. There's a company called Union County Connects,
Yes.
advocacy group. They spoke with me. I mean, they're working more on bike lanes, but we're trying to follow up with them. This is the 5th town I've been at in Union County so far.
Great.
So we're trying to spread the word and get some of these signs up. talking to some of my members here, we feel that like, some of the choices on the roads, you just want a road where, not necessarily where there's cyclists, where there's drivers, where they're gonna see their signs, where their eyes are,
Absolutely.
I know you guys like the county roads because they're nice and smooth.
Yeah.
Except for the hills going up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And me being on a motorcycle, I totally understand, but past the, we actually, when our group rides, make sure we pass everybody, but those signs on the speed limit signs are definitely noticeable. It's nice to see, I've seen what you're talking about, the ones at the driveways,
Yeah, it's not, that's all right.
You can't really see them, but if they're on the speed limit signs, it's a different story, because now you're looking at a speed limit, you're seeing it.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking for. Listen, if the town members want to put those signs on their lawns, that's great, but we want the town's help to get the real signs up.
As a matter of fact, the other day, I was walking on Horseshoe, which is, I don't,
Oh, no, it's a steep hill, I know it.
Right, so, but I was walking in between the white line and the curb. I can't tell you how many cars are on the white line,
Right.
just coming around the bend, and I'm like, yeah, let me get up on the grass here, but it's like, you shouldn't have to be chased off the road.
Well, the problem is that people aren't paying any attention.
Right.
They're on their phone or they're distracted, they left late. It's a problem, and we're just trying to have a solution together.
Trying to survive.
Yeah. And it's pedestrians, anybody on the streets are not really safe right now.
I'm an outdoor runner, so I'm always jumping off into the grass. Margaret and Manny, would you add this to the agenda for the complete streets and see if we can work with Nancy? And I like the idea of underneath the
Under the speed limit,
Yeah.
yeah.
Just give them my email.
Oh, thank you.
I'm sorry.
Thanks very much.
We'll be in touch. Thank you.
Thank you for coming out tonight, didn't have to do this on a Tuesday night, but you all, thought it was important enough to come out, so we do appreciate your civic duty in this too.
Thanks for listening to us.
Absolutely. Yeah, come on.
That's it, time's over.
I felt a need to respond to what I'm guessing was the correspondence you received, probably from either the Pet Advocacy Network or a representative of some pet stores in New Jersey. I can't emphasize strongly enough that there are not pet stores that are responsible in terms of where they get their dogs. If you understand this industry and this issue in terms of where the dogs are bred, the states that they're bred, the laws that exist there, the attitudes that exist there towards breeding, if you understand the oversight, the lack of oversight for these breeders and the attitudes of the governments in these states and on the federal level, and if you understand the attitudes of pretty much every single store in New Jersey, as I tried to demonstrate before, and the way they have behaved over the past years, I've been trying to think of a relative example. It's like, there are merchants who sell cigarettes who are wonderful merchants and their stores could be clean and whatever, but it doesn't mean the cigarettes still aren't dangerous. And there are tobacco farmers. I don't think any of them can say that their tobacco can be manufactured into a cigarette that isn't dangerous. This is a dangerous industry for the health and well-being of animals and for consumers. And I would warn you very strongly against listening to somebody in the industry, a partisan person. I'm not a partisan person. I don't have any vested interest in this other than 9 years of research, learning what this industry is like. And I would just warn you very strongly against a pet store that says it's responsible in terms of where it gets its dogs from. Forget the fact that there are responsible breeders that do not sell their dogs retail and whose code of ethics almost universally say, we want to know where our dogs are going. We will take our dogs back. We want the buyer to come to us and see the dog and see where we raise it and how we raise it. Pet stores don't do that. They don't care about that. And that leaves out all the wonderful animals that are in shelters and at rescues, who are going homeless and are being euthanized. So I would just warn you against what I would call propaganda from people either in the industry, well, yeah, in the industry, who have a vested interest in taking your money. Thank you.
Passion.
As somebody who has gotten her Scotties from breeders my entire adult life, yes, I agree with you on the pet store aspect of that, so.
They're good breeders.
And you just recently,
Just got my baby,
a little
we were
puppy.
interviewed by the breeder.
yeah.
We were interviewed.
Yeah, yes, yes.
And
me
approved.
too, Me too.
And approved.
I know. I know how you feel. Like a dot, it's like a dot, truly like a dot.
It is, yeah. And he still checks in with us. We have to send pictures of the baby.
That's wonderful. That's a good thing. See,
That's a thumbs up.
the class is so disciplined, I have to call you out of your seats tonight.
They're so quiet.
I know.
Steve Carellis, 35 Sycamore Avenue. I guess our cyclist friends don't know how much the safe passing law is publicized in newsletters that the town puts out. In addition to the lawn signs that are across a lot of places of towns as part of another initiative that was done. Just as I was alluding to off mic, let me get back. Yeah, the state legislature is a lot of quorum calls before the election to move legislation from one house to the other that's gone and to introduce new bills. And I was surprised, related to the subject we're talking about, another senator just introduced a bill that would require low-speed electric bicycles and low-speed electric scooters to be insured and registered with NBC, and to also develop a safety training module for registration. What was really odd about that, the Senator Scutari himself has a bill that does that, that actually, I was at the Senate Transportation Committee meeting, watching all the advocates doing all sorts of expressions, but it passed unanimously because it was the Senate President's bill.
Yes.
So why another one that looks exactly the same? It's not, the text isn't available yet, but I expect there's going to be a whole slew of people saying they wanted to introduce bills. And they're all going to come together and they're going to figure something out along the lines of what you were
I
saying.
agree with you, Steve. Yeah, absolutely. Keep us posted if you hear something first. You always email us.
Well, good.
Thank you.
You got time up on the clock. I'm just kidding.
Oh, he does.
Anybody else?
Look away.
Joe, you wanna? So far away tonight. You're so far away tonight. You're all the way in the back.
Thank you. Joe Iadanza, 923 Mountain Avenue. Question is on the RFP for the safest sidewalks for Springfield Avenue Transit Access. Why do I have to go to Mountainside to go look at the bid? You guys sent this out. This is,
Angela, can you speak to that? Angela does the bids.
It's an engineering bid, so they always do. There's usually specs. Is this the one on? Yeah, all the engineering bids, we'll have copies. Yeah, we don't put the full spec for the engineering because they're often plans. So if you want to come and see it, you can look at it.
At your office.
no, but I have to go to Mountainside. According to that, I have to go to Mountainside.
If you want a copy, you go to Mountainside to get it.
Right.
Or if you want, you can get a digital.
Thumb drive for $10 or
Yes.
$200.
Yes. That's always the case with engineering because it covers the cost of them to produce it. And there usually are large plans involved. If you want to just look at it,
Mhm.
you want to just reach out. I always get a copy of the spec.
So I can stay here and work on it.
You can't get it, you won't get a copy from me.
I understand.
Yeah, but if you want to come.
You can review it.
to
Right.
yes.
Then my next question is, Tom is the engineer who wrote that, who put that together. I'm like,
They do always do. These are engineering bids.
Right.
That's the way they always are handled, yes.
now, from what I understand, Tom is the township engineer. Am I correct?
Yes.
But there's a relationship with him and Nagila,
He works for Neglia.
Yes.
right? And then we have a contract with Nagila,
Yes, with Neglia.
right?
But he is our township.
So he's a township engineer,
Yes.
but he's not actually on our payroll.
We
They
pay,
pay the other people.
right, and he
Okay.
works for them.
I
Right,
got
right,
you.
right.
So now when I go to the next thing to, tough when you don't bring your glasses.
Well, that's okay.
The, for Emerson Lane,
What number are you looking at?
and I'm looking at, I think, 315.
315?
Right, so 315 is professional services for,
Yes.
to do
I
that.
see.
Now, it's gonna cost $79,000, but that's under the bid level. So my point is, that is something that's Nigel is doing that separately, but Tom may be involved with that.
We hire them.
Right.
Right? So we get a grant and someone's got to write the bid, put it out for bid, review the bids and manage it, right? And that's what those resolutions are awarding those contracts for. You see them all the time. We do them a lot, right?
Right.
We hire them to do different projects.
I copy that.
Yep.
So,
That's outside the scope of him being our engineer.
Right.
So that's why it's a different,
okay, but it's also outside the scope of the whole project, so it may cost, let's say, $1.6 million to do this job. That's just the engineering end of it.
I hope it's not $1.6 million to do that job.
Excuse me?
I hope it's not $1.6 million.
Oh, allegedly, I think we're getting the money from the
Yeah.
state.
most of them are often grant
Grants.
projects. Yes,
Yeah.
we get grants and then someone's got to manage it and do the bid.
Okay,
And so.
thank you. That's all I wanted to know.
Thank you, Joe.
Oh, and I think that's the world of Tom. I think he's.
Yes, he's incredible. He's been, and he's a resident, so he really cares about Berkeley Heights.
I understand.
Yep.
How are you today? Good, how are you?
Tom Gardino. Our township attorney this evening. You're a rock star, Tom. People know who you are. Anybody else? Anybody else electing to speak this evening?
Seeing that there's no one else, I move to close the citizens hearing.
Second that?
Any discussion? Roll call?
Mr. Kudo?
Yes.
Mr. Foster?
Yes.
Mrs. Illis? Yes. Mr. Machado?
Yes.
Mr. Moran?
Yes.
Mrs. Polk?
Yes.
Moving on to new business. Andy.
I move to adopt a consent agenda consisting of resolutions 2025-313 through 2025-326. These resolutions will be approved in one motion.
Second that?
Any discussion? I just want to point out, and I don't have the actual number. Thank you. 318. 318 is related to the mediation that we are involved in with our the developer who constructed the building, Epic, and our neutral who has made some decisions about how the roof should be rectified. So Cannon Group is going to come on to help us expedite that process so we can get the library air and water tight. We will have some subsequent resolution in a few weeks, canceling some money for our construction manager that we won't need, and we'll apply it towards this contract. I know it's been a while since anyone has heard about an update on the municipal complex, and that's largely because it's been with the mediator, making decisions about listening to the architect and listening to the developer and trying to come up with a decision, a neutral decision to help the situation. So with that, I just wanted to explain. Roll call.
Mr. Kudo?
Yes.
Mr. Foster?
Yes.
Mrs. Illis?
Yes.
Mr. Machado?
Yes.
Mr. Moran?
Yes.
Mrs. Polk?
Yes. Madam Clerk, would you read ordinance 2025-32, please?
Ordinance of the Township of Berkeley Heights in the County of Union, New Jersey, adopting a redevelopment plan for the properties identified as Block 702, Lots 4 and 6, and a portion of Block 702, Lot 17.01 on the official tax maps of the township.
I move that the ordinance, as read by the clerk, be offered on first reading that November 5th, 2025 be set as the day for the public hearing, and that the clerk be directed to advertise same in the Courier News.
Any discussion? Roll call?
Mr. Kudo?
Yes.
Mr. Foster?
Yes.
Mrs. Illis?
Yes.
Mr. Machado?
Yes.
Mr. Moran?
Yes.
Mrs. Polk?
Yes.
Okay, moving on to township council reports. Manny, you're up first.
Okay.
You're always up first.
Yes, I am.
Yes, you are.
I'll put the water.
Just want to say I attended the FIFA meeting New Jersey Elect had this past week. I'll be reporting back to our FIFA committee meeting, our committee, what was discussed. There's a lot going on. They're waiting for December 4th date for the drawing to find out where teams are playing at what stadiums.
Okay,
The important thing is getting licensing or
Okay,
getting permission if you're gonna have a larger block party. If you have under 1,000 people, unofficially, they said they're not gonna really worry about it, but if you start having a lot of people in there, get licenses.
under 1,000, okay, we'll
Yeah,
talk.
but they're even mentioning there's several types of licenses, the FIFA license, which they would help you with,
Yeah,
and their license, because their logo is different than FIFA's logo.
Yeah.
So there's different things going
Okay.
on, and I'll be giving that the next one meeting report on that. Yes, New Jersey, here it goes, NJ logo. Recycle Bowls NJ in New York.
oh, up there, okay, that's a
Yeah.
nice logo.
And they say December 4th, when they have the drawing, there's over 3 billion people worldwide watch the drawing. It's the largest event on television. So they're expecting 16 million people to come in and visit. Some for a day, some for hours. They've taken away 24,000 parking spaces from the stadium area, but they've ramped up their mass transit to come in. And they will be having everyone regulated. So if you come in with a limo, you have a certain way to go in. You're coming in with your ticket. You have a green ticket, you will be taking the train in, or the bus or whatever, but they will tell you how to do it. So they're really pushing for mass transit. It was one of the key things to help them win this award. So you're not gonna have the same effects you have at some rock concerts.
Yeah.
So.
And we have, I think, the second tier transit person on our local FIFA committee, which is great, yeah. Yeah,
Steve, I just got an email from him. I haven't read it yet. But when I give it to the committee, we'll give full discussion.
got to that, that was good information,
What's up?
yeah. All right, awesome, thank you, John.
Okay, first off, National First Responders Day is observed on October 28th. Commemorate the heroic acts of men and women who are the first to reach out in the scene of an emergency. This day is all about showing appreciation for firefighters, EMTs, paramedics, police, and others who risk their lives to save others. So just put that on your calendar. Also, I'd like to point out that this past Saturday was just freaking awesome.
I heard.
The Historic Preservation Committee had the 4th annual Littell Lord Fall Farm Festival. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna just thank Amelia Maderos, who's our chairperson, Molly, I'm sorry, Louisa Grossman, vice chair, Camille Mizuko, Brian Bernstein, Sean Kane, Lisa DiMichelle, Stephen Yellen, Red Sixnius, and Jim Skidmore, all for helping out. And it was just a fantastic day. Oh, I'm sorry. I would like to thank Madam Vice President Pope for doing some tours for us.
Some tours, 2 hours of
2 hours of tours.
Also, didn't she sing?
I did sing with the
I
Good
missed
Time.
that.
Yeah, you missed that. I sang with the Good Time String Band.
I'd also like to thank our administrator for her super due diligence in getting things together and making sure that, and also our chairperson of the event, Karen Castles, who was over and above, over the top with everything she did, okay? And I saw,
For taking the trees down.
you know, I'm getting there.
Gets better and better, John.
Who was manning the door to the beer tent. I don't know if he was holding it up or it was holding him up, I don't know which. But the DPW for putting out all the cones and barricades, and for it just so happens that Kyle was out there blowing the leaves 2 days before that. So I saw him out there taking care of that, cleaning things up, getting rid of the overgrowth and stuff that needed to be removed, because it really looks good. Now we just gotta make the house look good, to make the property look good, and everything's looking great. It was a fantastic day. It was great weather. I was out in the parking lot handling the cars. We didn't lose any cars this year. So the ones that we're still looking for, we're working on that. It was just a fantastic day. I've already put my order in for next year for some more fantastic weather. So fingers crossed on that. We had vendors and food, and from what I understand, everybody was able to eat, and we had Trap Rock there for the beer tent. The acapella group that came out from the high school, woodworking was there, the art teacher. The newspaper was out there taking pictures and everything else. It was just a fantastic day, and just come out next year. It was fantastic.
I want to say the Good Time Band, I heard it was a father-in-law of someone on the committee. And that's how they ended up with like a last minute addition. And I thought it was fantastic because the music was like very old fashioned, kind of
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
Rob,
Yeah,
Rob Downey, yes,
Right.
he's our newest member, he's not on this ticket, it was his father.
His father.
His father,
Yeah.
yes, thank you for bringing
They
it
were
up.
great.
So he was involved also, he helped out, it was a great day, and I appreciate everybody for.
Liza was telling me you estimate about 800 people came
I
through.
would say at least that.
That's
And 200 people came to the
incredible.
house, you figure
Yes.
a quarter of the people went through the house who were there in total, so. guess-
And people notice, like they said, oh, I was here last year and I see that you've done more, like, so people are noticing, it's on people's radar, and I think I have a new member for your committee. He was very impressed and he's retiring next year, so I told him to go talk to Camille and Amalia.
Also, I'm sorry, the PAL fishing derby was there the same day.
PBA.
PBA fishing derby was there, and they were having a great time too, so.
Sergeant Gladora was telling me today at the staff meeting that kids were fishing until 5 o'clock at night.
Oh, yes, they were out the whole day, they were out the whole day, it was a great day, it was fantastic weather, and I appreciate everybody for coming out. And I know you all have your committees, but I got the best one.
I know, Liza said it's her favorite event of the whole year, yeah.
It is, and I really do appreciate you coming out and putting stuff out there.
Oh, the spooky trail, we had the
Yeah,
spooky trail as
Spooky
well.
Trail, the Boy Scouts did the
Yeah.
spooky trail.
It was a real community event, yeah.
Yes, and if I missed anybody, I apologize, because there was so many people involved, and so many things going on, and it was just, because it takes a village. If that word wasn't, or that saying has never been used anytime before, it takes a village, and that's what it did here, really, it was a great day. Thank you, and that's what I.
Thank you, John. Awesome. Margaret?
So as one of our residents said, we had the Complete and Green Streets Committee work together with the police department and Avenues in Motion to offer an e-bike seminar, which was incredibly well attended. The reviews of the event were fabulous. So we will bring more informational, educational programs to town. One of the most interesting things that I heard about the event was there were a number of middle schoolers who attended the event, and they actually spoke at the end about their experiences with drivers when they were riding bikes and e-bikes on the street. And
Not pretty.
it was not a pretty sight.
No, I've seen it.
So that was just, I think it's valuable for all of us to hear experiences like that, and similar to the bicycle riders that we heard from tonight. Manny provides great insight in those meetings because he's actually been on the road on a bike. So, yeah, so bike safety is a hot topic. Moving on to flooding, which has been really taking up a lot of my brain cells. We had the first meeting of the mayor's task force on flooding last night. It went very well. It's a mix of residents who experienced flooding plus township resources that address some of those problems. They got updates from DPW and engineering on the work that's being done, the work that's being planned. We heard from the residents. So we have another meeting scheduled at the beginning of next month. I attended the update meeting for the Greenbrook Flood Commission. That was informative as always. The commission is putting pressure on the Army Corps of Engineers to do something more in the upper basin. The upper basin is our part, which is basically Berkeley Heights and Scotch Plains. So right now, there's no construction work planned for that, but the lower basin folks feel strongly that something will be done in the upper basin. So what's gonna happen with that, we don't know. Army Corps would need to get more money. They would need to look at some additional planning. And right now, the government's not working, so nobody's talking to the Army Corps right now. And then lastly, I attended a meeting in Scotch Plains. They had a town hall on flooding that had resources from their township, their OEM, Office of Emergency Management, PD was there, engineering, zoning, building. Union County sent representatives, as did the state of New Jersey. Tom Kane Jr.'s office had a representative there as well. And they listened to residents and the pains of flooding. So they do some interesting things in Scotch Plains that I'll be discussing with the administration to see if you know, we can adopt some things that they're working on. But then they heard from me afterwards that we have to bag our leaves. And the leaves are a perpetual problem at this time of year because there's constant, they do the put it on the street and suck it up. So, but they get a ton of calls to their DPW to clean out the storm drains. So just a quick plug for the Environmental Commission's Adopt a Drain. It's a great program. It's easy for any resident to get involved with. And the task force, the flooding task force, will be looking to partner with organizations like the Environmental Commission to take advantage of existing programs that are out there and how can we build synergies across the efforts that we already do in the township to get more people involved so that they have agency, so that they have buy-in.
Thank you for your leadership on that. That's it. All right, thank you, Margaret. Bill?
Last week I had the privilege to speak at our YMCA to celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month. And for those who don't know by now, I am a first-generation Puerto Rican. My parents came to New York from Puerto Rico seeking both opportunity and community. They taught me that our heritage lives through family, faith, hard work, and respect. Speaking to everyone who attended meant a lot to me. I was able to share a little bit of my roots and the incredible community we built here in Berkeley Heights, my home for nearly 30 years. Hispanic Heritage Month isn't just about music or food. It's about recognizing how Latino communities have shaped this country, often quietly, but always with pride and resilience. And with that pride comes a responsibility to build bridges, support new families, and to make sure every culture in Berkeley Heights feels seen and celebrated. Let's keep showing the next generation that you can be proud of where you come from and proud to call Berkeley Heights home.
Thank you so much for representing the entire Township Council, but it's of course nice to have somebody who is of Hispanic heritage represent us. That was beautiful. Thank you, Bill. Andrew?
Thank you, ma'am. I'd just like to remind everybody that October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Me and my colleagues on the dais are all wearing pins to commemorate that. Just a few facts, 270,000 women are diagnosed with breast cancer each year. 1 out of every 100 breast cancer diagnoses are in men. And most breast cancers are diagnosed for people over 50 years old. So please talk to your personal physician about the risks in your family history and what screening is available for that. There was a lot of talk about e-bikes and, being a police officer, John could share shares my experience. Strong laws, at the state level, I think are needed. As the mayor said, we could do this piecemeal, town by town, but really the state has to have a leadership role in this. My opinion is that e-bike legislation should be incorporated into the Title 39 statute. One of our speakers here tonight said that it's the same as a motorcycle, and I would agree. They don't have an engine, but they have a motor. They travel at substantially high speeds. And these kids that are operating them don't go through any type of road test or written test before they jump on them. Coming home from work, I was on a road doing 35 at the speed limit, and 2 young teenagers, one with a helmet on, but it wasn't strapped, and one without a helmet passed me on the right on e-bikes. They're incredibly dangerous, and they should be treated as motorcycles. And I would propose to the committee that we talk about adopting a resolution to urging our state leaders to incorporate e-bikes into the Title 39 statute, so it would give police departments the tools to enforce the rules on the road. Without it, our police department has their hands tied. And I don't think doing it piecemeal with, you have people that are commuting on e-bikes, going from town to town, and having different ordinances in each town. What you can or can't do, isn't the way to go. So, I'd encourage my, discussion about, with, my colleagues here about passing a resolution, urging the state to move quickly on that. And that's all I have, Mayor.
Thank you, Andrew.
Just one thing, anyone in the audience interested in the breast cancer awareness pin, I have them up here, so please just stop by on your way out.
Awesome, thank you. Susan?
Thank you, Mayor. So we talked about Fall Festival and I did get the chance to sing. I'm sorry that wasn't filmed because that was fantastic. But I heard yesterday from the mayor's wellness campaign from the state, the grant was supposed to be awarded on the 15th. They've extended it till later this week, so we're still waiting on eggshells to see if we got that veterans grant. I wanted to wish everyone who celebrates a happy Diwali. It's all about light and color. And one thing that unites us is most of our communities, they celebrate with light. Light is important to every culture. To piggyback on the breast cancer, as someone who's had breast cancer, I know there's other people in the room, I'm not gonna out them because it's a personal thing, but get your mammograms. You gotta get your mammograms. Yeah, that's how they find it. And to piggyback on Adopt a Drain, I cleaned my drains on Saturday and then I was out again today and the same drains I just cleaned have to be re-cleaned because they're big leaves, the leaves are falling. So again, I'll say once a week, take a peek at least, but for me, I'm doing it twice a week right now and clearing out those leaves. And e-bikes, I was at the event for most of it and I think it was great that there were parents of kids who are following the rules, so they felt very frustrated by kids that aren't following the rules. And if you follow the forum, it could be a little scary. I just heard that kids are going from like through Stop and Shop, from one end to the other. And I will tell you that our police captain keeps his finger on the pulse of what's happening. But I agree. I think we need rules. And I said at the meeting, so in the old days, you had your horse and carriage, and then the horseless carriages came. We kind of had to figure out that partnership because a lot of people didn't like the horseless carriages, AKA cars. So we have to figure out like how to, I don't think it's going away. So I think we have to figure out how everyone can be safe on the road and share the road. So, and that's all I have. Thank you so much.
Awesome, thank you, Susan.
Can I just add one thing regarding those storm drains? So I have adopted 3 on my street and I'm fortunate enough to have a leaf blower. But it's not just cleaning out the storm drains. It's a matter of making sure that the street on each side of the storm drain is also sort of clear because on the first rain, it's just gonna all just come right down. So I try going up on each side of each storm drain at least 50 feet. And I try to clear everything out, all the debris, all the leaves, pine needles, whatever. And so it's not just the matter of cleaning out the storm drain, but making sure that the streets are relatively clean because of the rain.
And where are you blowing them to?
So that's a good question. So I tend to blow them not on people's lawn, but I'm fortunate enough to, there's township property.
Hey.
So I'm blowing it on top. It's right by where they just recently fixed the bridge that was washed away on my street, so it's right there. So I sort of just blow everything out.
I carry mine out in a wagon. It's a lot of work.
It's a lot.
I carry it out in a wagon and I bring it back to the way back woods. Yeah, and it's a lot of work. And I just wish some people would it's a tree on my neighbor's property. It's his tree.
Yeah.
But he doesn't want to do it. He said, thank you. And I said, it'd be easier for me if you did it. He's like, no, thank you. So I do it.
All right, thank you for that addition there, Bill. That's a good thought. A couple of events or things that I've been involved in. So one wonderful thing that happened is we broke ground on round table 600. I put the renderings up tonight. So the first board, upper right-hand corner, that is the next residential building that Connell is building. If you've been to Granite Cane or Starbucks or Embassy Suites over there, or traverse the park for some reason, you can see that this whole area is under construction. A lot of people still don't know what is going to go there. It's an entertainment zone. It's a hospitality driven type of model. So some of the things that they're going to have there is something called Bash, which is going to be duck pin bowling, pizza, high-end cocktails. Number two, if you look at the rendering, it'll show you the Emberside Brewery, so there'll be a new brewery there. Number three is the garden, so that's an indoor-outdoor venue with a fireplace. I think there might be some outdoor ice skating when the weather permits. Rosa Azul Taparito is another restaurant model that's going there. Rosa Azul Mexidiner. So I think that's a takeout Mexican facility. The bathhouse. So if you've been to the bathhouse, I think there's only a handful. Brooklyn, Chicago. We may be the third or the fourth bathhouse nationally. Cafe Exchange, which is going to be a beautiful sort of multi-level library kind of feeling with, again, a bar and some, I think it's a bookstore kind of model. And then there's each of the buildings are being renovated, the existing buildings that are being renovated, and they have social clubs, they have bars. There's actually a cooking kitchen. It is going to be extraordinary. Glass conference rooms in the middle of the park areas. So it's going to be extraordinary, and they are on schedule to finish some of the development in 2026. So Berkeley Heights will be a wonderful destination. Also had an opportunity to, speaking of Connell, on the other side of the park, meet with Lifetime Fitness to partner with them, some of our Mayor's Wellness programming and facilities. They offered to come in as a partner on that, so we were happy to do that. This Saturday at noon, if you hit trunk or treat at 11, at 12, join us at Trailside. Mayor's Wellness Committee is doing the Awe of Nature and a hike, and one of our Mayor's Youth Council is going to be our guide. So that's two of my wonderful worlds coming together. Very excited about it. We'll talk about the science of nature and how that makes you happier. The registration is open for Turkey Trot. I don't think we've advertised it yet. I think Sarah has to finalize the flyer, but it is open. So that's Thanksgiving morning. I think we're going to push the time to 9:30 instead of 8. Hopefully we will have better weather than we had last year. This benefits the Berkeley Heights Rescue Squad. Last year, we were able to raise about $10,000 through this race. We did have some significant corporate donations that we don't have this year, but I anticipate that we're going to have, several hundred participants and be able to do something good for the rescue squad. Tomorrow, I am hosting a regional mayor's Zoom to talk about the flooding situation and getting an earmark into the federal bill through the Army Corps of Engineers. They've tried for several years on their own to do it and have been unsuccessful. So we're going to put some pressure on in terms of county and county administrators and mayors, and hopefully we'll build that coalition to lobby Senator Booker, Congressman Kane, and Senator Kim. We, as Margaret knows, tomorrow, we're going to start working on our AARP Senior Aging in Place Survey. Please look for this if you are 55 and over. We want to make sure that people have all the tools they need to stay right here in Berkeley Heights as they get older and age in place. So we will be working on that. We will not have another meeting before Vet Fest. If you can, please come out for Vet Fest. They're doing a car show. There's a band. I think there's a food truck. There's definitely a barbecue food truck. I'm trying to do this off the top of my head. It's going to be a great event. It's going to be at Town Hall. All funds that we raise will go towards the VFW, who has a leaking roof and they desperately need some fundraising efforts.
Is a date for that?
11 to, is that a Sunday? I'm doing this off the top of my head. I apologize. And I think it's 1 to 4. We do have a flyer. I think the flyer is out. It's probably on our social media, not yet.
So how do you sign up to bring a car to the car show?
I don't know. Perhaps reach out to Sergeant Bettis, who is the chairman of our Veterans Affairs Committee, who is spearheading this. Oh, and we're going to have a red, white, and blue dog costume.
Okay.
I don't know if there's prizes. I don't know if there's prizes. I don't know if it's just a parade. I don't want to misspeak.
Just be bragging rights.
But the whole day just seems like it's going to be a great day. Support our veterans in Berkeley Heights. We want to do more programming. So events like these helped us, but we certainly need to help the VFW. So that is my report. Liza?
Thank you, Mayor. The Snyder Avenue sidewalk project has finally been approved by the State Department of Transportation to go out to bid. We have a public information center meeting November 3rd as part of our federal grant requirement. That's an informational meeting to let everybody know the exact details of the project. It's also on our website under infrastructure projects. We also just got approval to go out to bid for the Springfield Avenue sidewalk. No, we went out to bid for Springfield Avenue sidewalk and lighting project. There's so much going on, it's hard to keep track right now. Went out to bid for the Springfield Avenue sidewalk and lighting project. That job will be awarded by the end of November, also being paid for with a large grant. Fall leaf pickup began this week. Every section will be picked up twice, must be in paper biodegradable bags, leaves only. Please see our website for more. Our township has contracted with Lou Environmental to do lead inspections for rental properties. Letters went out this week. We're getting a lot of questions because people understandably question something that may not look legit. So people who are receiving them can either have Lou Environmental take care of your lead inspections for you, or you can choose your own inspector. Just file the necessary paperwork with our building department. Peppertown Park and Phase 1 of the Sherman Ave revitalization project will run from Plainfield Ave to, what is that, Sherman? Where's Blue Jasmine? Summit Ave. Thank you. It's confusing over there. That's going to start any day. We're waiting for a work schedule. They already took down some of the trees that they needed to take down for the drainage and path work and trees that were dead in Peppertown. Old Farm Orchard Mercier Green Infrastructure Project. The contractor is coming back shortly to finish up that project. Deer Path Lane Drainage and Road Reconstruction Project is done and it looks beautiful over there. So the road will no longer be crumbling in on itself. Balmoral and Bristol Drainage and Paving Project is going on now. Thank you for your patience if you live in that area. A little bit of a mess over there right now. We're also in the process of applying for the Resilient NJ Regional Assistance Program grant to put together a climate resiliency action and mitigation plan with experts from the state. We now have 6 towns joining us in this regional coalition. It's Berkeley Heights, New Providence, Long Hill, Summit, Chatham, Scotch Plains, and Plainfield. All of us share the Passaic. Leave it at that. We'll describe what the Passaic is for us right now, other than a big pain. But we all share the Passaic River and deal with flooding that comes from it. So that is what we have in common there. And trunk or treat at Connell this Saturday, 11 to 1. Just a note on breast cancer, women or men, if you have women in your life, please don't feel as if you have to wait until you're older to get screened, or only if you have a family history. I was 42. I had no family history at all, and was diagnosed with an aggressive form just because I happened to find it. So please get screened. Please know your body. Please don't wait until you're older. Hormonal imbalances, toxicity in our environment, stress, all of these external things are having huge impacts on women younger and younger being diagnosed. So if you suspect something, don't wait. If they say it's nothing and you think they're wrong, go to somebody else and just to verify. So that's it. Thank you.
Thank you for that message.
What did you say was at Connell next weekend?
Trunk or treat.
This weekend.
This weekend,
That's this weekend.
Saturday,
This Saturday.
11 to 1. Be there at 10 to start.
So fast.
Sorry, I have a lot.
Go to trunk or treat and then come to my hike.
Yes, you'll need it after.
There's no community within the next, after like 10 minutes of being there, so I don't know why they schedule it for 2 hours.
Yes, for any new families, you do need to come early.
You need to come early.
After the first hour.
Take all the candy.
One quick thing on Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Yes.
Sterling Hotel, which is not our town, but they're
Our
big community
neighbors.
supporters and
Yeah.
neighbors. They're doing a pop-up fundraiser this Sunday for Breast Cancer Awareness Month, boobies and barbecue. Beer from Twin Elephants Brewery and Hangry Eric, and they'll have pink drinks special with Hampton Water. Informational attendance will be there, and they're donating part of the funding to Crossroads for Hope, taking on cancer journey together. So that's gonna be 2 to 5 this Sunday at Storing Hotel. Not advocating you go drinking, not advocating for any restaurant, but just because it's Cancer Awareness Month. You wanna do it and you're there, stop by. 2 to 5.
Yeah, for support. All right, can I have a motion to accept the township reports?
Motion to accept the township reports.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call?
Mr. Cuda.
Aye.
Mr. Foster.
Yes.
Mrs. Illis.
Yes.
Mr. Machado.
Yes.
Mr. Moran.
Yes.
Mrs. Pope.
Yes.
Motion to adjourn.
Motion adjourned.
All in favor?
Aye.
Are we gluing our turkeys to our microphones, or are we
You can
just
have-
taking them home?
There's something, I didn't take these are free range.
Just our